Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go a little bit out of my comfort zone, and we are going to do a watercolor holiday card idea. We are going to do a gnome. I am still a little nervous about drawing on camera, so I did it off screen. However, I'm going to tell you what I did. I began by drawing a little nose, which is an oval. I drew the two lines kind of down. They're not perfect. That could have been a little bit more at an angle. I'm not a real strong drawer yet. And I kind of went up and made like a hill over on top of the nose. And then I went ahead and drew the hat, which you can kind of see the lines. And I drew the beard, and I kind of made it jagged at the end so it wouldn't be plain. And then what I did for the arms is I kind of wanted him to look like a bashful gnome. Kind of like me. I have to admit, still a little shy on camera, so here we go. So I drew it as if his arms were going behind his beard, so I didn't have to worry about drawing hands. And then I drew a little U for his body and connected it to the arms. And then I drew the feet. And then it's up to you, but I made a little fuzzy ball up at here. So I'm going to give you a minute so you can look at the picture, because then I am gonna fade it out some. Today we are going to use our watercolor pencils. I wanted to have I was going to do this actually on a card, watercolor card, but I wasn't sure, like with the drawing, so I started it out on here, and then once I got it on this to practice, I was really afraid to redo it. I'll do that on my own time off camera. But what I am doing, I'm taking a kneadable eraser and I'm kind of rolling it up into like a log, and I'm just kind of rolling over it because I want the color, the lines to fade. And then you can also dab, but I'm trying to lighten it up just a hair. Is everybody getting ready for the holidays? I know I am really excited. My boyfriend just surprised me last night that over New Year's Eve, I live in Ohio, but we are going to celebrate in Texas with his aunt and uncle. I am so excited about it. So now we're going to begin. I'm going to go ahead and I want to take this little darker red, and we're going to go ahead and start with this hat. And the color I'm using, if anybody wants to know, is dark red. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and blend some red into this. It's the deep scarlet red. It's a lighter shade, and we're just going to go ahead and blend that into the darker color. And then for the rest of this color, we're going to go ahead and speed this up. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the water. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this smaller little brush. It is a Princeton size round, size 2. Princeton round 2. And I'm going to go ahead and begin over here on this side. It would make more sense to go from light to dark. And I'm just gonna slowly blend this color. And what I want to do is leave this light on this side and then fade into, have it slowly start getting darker. And then working our way down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up. Making sure you have enough water. And if I'm a little bit quieter, it's because I am concentrating. Because we want to try to get this as even as we can. There we go. Kind of take the line. And the good thing with the watercolor pencils, we can always go back over it. And you can either use them wet or dry, which is nice because you don't have to. Sometimes I like to go back over it, not with the water, but just with the pencil itself. So we're going to try to blend this out a little bit better. And if we need to do another coat, we will. And actually, I think this would have been better with a little bigger brush. But anyway, we wanted it a little darker on this side to go into the light. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a little bigger brush. This is a size 8 round. And so we're going to go ahead and wet it. If you guys did not have paintbrushes, a watercolor brush works really, really well. I almost like the water brush pens a little bit better with the color pencils when you're using the watercolor pencils. I think it just sometimes works a hair better, but I didn't want to get too much water on this paper. I'm using Strathmore paper right now, and it is okay. Or not Strathmore, this is Montreal, Canson, Montreal. I could not remember. And then we're going to go ahead and wet the bottom. Being careful not to get it around the beard. Well, not around the beard, but in the beard. Okay. Go back over, smooth things out. There. Okay. So we have his arms and his body. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to his nose. We're going to go ahead and use a little bit of this burnt ochre. And we're just going to go around the bottom of his nose here, like so. And put a little bit on top. And then go into the very small brush again. We're going to go ahead and blend that out. Trying to leave it a little darker at the bottom. We got a nose. Now for the beard, I want to add a little bit of lines in this because I want it to show up. So kind of what I'm doing is kind of like just a little flicking. Just nothing across, just adding a few little lines for detail with a gray. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and take my small size 2 round paintbrush, and I'm just going to soften that with the water. You can use a light brown if you wanted to, but I chose to do the gray. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some more of the gray just for the bottom of this. And then I'm just going to add a little bits of here and there. And then I'm going to add a hair of this very light blue. And when I mean just lightly, and same thing with here. Just slightly going over it. And then once again, we're going to take the water and we're going to kind of blend it out. Because if you painted white on this paper, you're really not going to see it. So what we're going to do is we want to paint the shadows. And just kind of blending that out, you're going to be able to see it. Kind of the same concept with the beard. So we're going to just slightly go over this, add in the color. And if we need to make anything darker or whatever, we can. But that's looking awful nice, just like that. Just kind of a little whimsical. And I added a little bit more red to the arms to make the arms darker. And we're going to go ahead and do the same on this side. We're going to go ahead and wet it once again on this side for the arms. Being careful not to do what I just did and get it in the beard. But if you do, what we can do, hopefully, just kind of add a little bit more water and thin it down, and then I'm going to kind of dab it off with the paper towel. There we go. Voila. It's not perfect, but very cute. And then now what we're going to do, try not to splash water, but we're going to go ahead and do his shoes, and we're just going to go ahead and do those in black. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my black watercolor pencil and kind of go over my sketch of what I drew, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill them in. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the water and we're going to go ahead and activate it and blend it out with the water and the paintbrush. And our gnome will be should be done after that, unless we're going to add a little bit more color. We'll have to look and see if we want to add any more shading or any of that. So I got it all filled in, And we're just gonna go ahead and take this watercolor brush and get it all wet and blend it. Be sure to take your time. You do not want to rush this, especially for these little tiny details. You just don't want to rush. I want to get a little bit more water, because see how it's kind of streaky? We want to kind of blend that out. We don't want it to look streaky. We want it to look smooth. Okay, and I think our little nose needs just a hair more color. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit more of that ochre, and we're just gonna add it right on the tips. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and just take it and blend it out, because I just wanted to make it just a hair darker on the bottom. And then there we go. We got our watercolor gnome Christmas card. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Christmas cards coming up. Thanks for watching. Bye.